On February this year has recorded the hottest temperature. My colleague Divya has the details.
After the hottest February on record this year, the weather forecast issued by the Government of India says that the country is headed towards a grueling summer that could surpass last year's record-breaking heat wave, pushing the limit of human survival. Now, India, which tends to record a wet bulb temperature of 32 degrees or slightly above occasionally so in the summer season, could be one of the first countries to cross the survivability threshold of 35 degrees on the wet bulb. The wet bulb temperature is a way to measure heat and humidity in order to get a better sense of heat stress on the human body. Now, as it determines the level of discomfort that's being felt on muggy days, heat wave can be fatal in as short a span as 6 hours. If the temperature on the wet bulb reaches 32 degrees, even fit acclimatized people can't work or even sit in the shade. Now, India is more humid, it is more hot and humid than, say, a place like the Sahara Desert, which is equally hot but not as humid. So when we are sweating it out, sweating is not efficient or less efficient if at all. The human body cools down by sweating, but when it's humid, then sweat doesn't evaporate, so heat accumulates in the body instead. Now, what could be more devastating is the poor access to well-ventilated housing, especially in urban areas, and what could help is if urban planning guidelines prioritize green spaces, shade and ventilation, and if communities could increase the green cover around them and start planting trees, switch to cool roofs, green roofs, and that in turn could help cut down the urban heat index. With that, it's a warning for how hot it's going to be in the days ahead and how humid it will get, especially during those heat wave spells. Divya, Wadhwa for NDTV.